In today's Page Turners, we're checking out a new story about our very first president. And for the kids, we're going to explore the world of knights. That's K-N-I-G-H-T-S. Tuscola Public Library's director, Devin Black, joins us. And Devin, good to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I feel like we've been on Zoom more often than we've been in person, so good to have you in studio.
Yeah, you look pretty much the same either way.
The camera adds 10 pounds, I'm told.
Yeah. Well.
Let's talk about this book. I think it's the one right here in front of me about our very first president.
So the very first year that George Washington was president, he actually toured all of the colonies that had just become states. And this author, Nathaniel Philbrick, basically did the same journey nowadays. And you get to see part of George Washington's journeys and then modern day journey that he took as well. So you get modern America and then colonial America.
And this makes perfect sense because I believe it was yesterday that was President's Day. So
yeah. I thought maybe we should bring a president's book just in case.
And so this is complete nonfiction then?
It is complete nonfiction. The guy took his wife and his dog on the trip, and it's kind of like half biographical and half travel guide.
And I would assume then to write that there is some sort of reasonable recreation or documentation of what Washington did originally, so he could kind of follow that.
Yeah, and then you get to hear like some of his travels and stuff, Washington's travels,
right,
and things, and you see the map, and it has everything.
Very cool. All right, that sounds interesting. The Knight at Dawn, K-N-I-G-H-T. I love the play on words there. Well done.
The Knight at Dawn. This is actually an older book. It's part of the Magic Treehouse series, but they have just started to make all of the children's novels, the Magic Treehouse series, into graphic novels. So this is actually a brand new book that we have, and it's the second book of the series, and it's now the graphic novel version of The Knight at Dawn.
And synopsis is... Do we have a synopsis of it? Have you read it?
Magic Treehouse books, they go into this treehouse, and it takes them always to a place, pirates, knights. Sometimes it's historical, sometimes it's just semi-historical and stuff. So you learn about knights, castles, and things. In this particular book, that's where they go.
Some sort of great adventure that involves
always an
armor and things like that. All right, and the third one you brought is called The Great Stink.
Okay.
I could guess what that's about, but I'm not going to.
The Great Stink's probably my favorite. You'll learn more about me figuring out which ones are my favorites. The Great Stink is about the sewage pollution problem in London in the 1800s and how it got fixed by a man named Bazalgette. And he basically created a big sewer system and basically cleaned up all of London. I wouldn't say single-handedly, but he engineered it single-handedly, and it talks about how all the rivers and stuff were cleaner, and it talks about the cholera outbreaks that they used to have went away. So but you know, it's like for every little boy, or even people our age, boys our age, or girls, but you know, anytime you talk about sewage and stink,
there's a little potty humor in there.
There's a lot of potty humor.
Oh, I see. I do remember in some history class learning a little bit of that story, although I think it was maybe in Rome as they were working on some of that. But all right, and what age is this technically for?
I would say 2nd to 4th grade, probably.
Okay, so from 8 years old to 45 years old or so?
Well, yeah, definitely that.
All right, some upcoming events at the library. We'll run through them here quickly. Good Night Story Time coming up next week, March 2nd.
Yeah, that's just, we do a story time every week on Tuesday, but once a month we do one in the evening for people that, you know, work can't make it otherwise, and so that'll be this Wednesday.
Lego Club looks exciting as well, by the way.
Okay, so Lego Club, we have all these Legos that we got donated to the library, and we just build, and we will take your creations and display them in the library.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, so you don't have to bring your own Legos or anything. You just come, build. I try to build along with the kids. Mine, I'm just not as good.
I mean, some of those kids are really impressive what they can come up with. Youth Bingo the very next night, March 9th?
Yep, that's just simple bingo.
Exactly what it sounds like it?
Exactly what it sounds like.
And then Exploring Cinema that same night as well. I know you guys have done a lot with movies recently.
Yeah, we're doing Exploring Cinema. What movie are we doing? I've already forgotten.
You know what? It's not on my sheet, so I don't know.
I just created this newsletter. It's The Master. That's what it is.
There it is, right there on the screen.
There it is.
And
It's on the screen. At that. All thanks, graphic guys. It's The Master. Well, I literally chose the movie yesterday.
I see.
Yeah, it's
how quickly we forget. And then Cooking with Marla, March 17th.
Yep, and we're doing a St. Patrick's Day shepherd's pie, I believe.
This makes perfect sense. All right, Devin, thank you so much. Always plenty going on there, and all of these sound very interesting, actually. So
all right, thank you.
You have to leave one with me. We'll connect you with all the details at our website. Just go to CILiving.tv. Coming up.